One or two players have been speaking post-match at the weekend. Luke Shaw was suggesting that with England he feels wanted, which of course many in the media then thought, oh, that prompts the question, does he not feel wanted at Manchester United?
Indeed.
Did you make anything of those comments from Shaw?
No, I think it's very difficult to choose your words when you're very happy with your performance. You've just scored a goal for your country. You're not looking at your club side, but you're doing very well internationally. So, of course, you're going to speak to the fact. And then if you turn around and say that my game thrives, rather than say I'm happy here, I'm appreciated, if you say my game thrives at international level, then the question would be, well, doesn't it thrive at domestic level?
Yeah.
So what can he say? You can say nothing or anything positive, because it will be associated with not something that's positive, i.e. United.
Whether or not those same players are made to feel welcome at domestic level or international level is by the by. But certainly they don't seem all that comfortable when some of their colleagues are on the receiving end of some media criticism. This was Tyrone Mings on some of the media criticism, allegedly, that Harry Maguire receives.
Listen, I know Harry as a player and I know him as a person, and I can't speak highly enough of him, and I can't speak highly enough of the responsibility that he takes on his shoulders every single day to be Man United captain. And he would have been chosen to be captain for a reason, and the reason would be for all the qualities that you see come out in him day in, day out. Not forgetting that he's a fantastic footballer as well, and one that's been a superb servant in the England shirt. So, yeah, I find the criticism of him extremely over the top. But then I understand that journalists and writers, that sometimes writing stuff like that and jumping on the bandwagon is what sells papers or what gets clicks. So you guys, and I don't mean to categorize everybody, but the people that write this stuff for sure have a job and for sure feel like they're doing the right thing because it's topical and it's cool to jump on the bandwagon and it's what you might think people want to hear. But really, I find it all very misplaced.
I must admit,
I
think I can speak for you as well. I don't think you and I are the type that would jump on any bandwagon.
No, not at all. I mean, we've been speaking about Harry Maguire for some time. It was a year, 18 months ago, where the criticism was made about him and everyone jumped to his defence. You can't live in a world where the rewards of an industry give you such enormous opportunities in life and then expect to be immune from criticism. Nobody's sitting there writing stories about how ugly, stupid and the worst footballer to ever play for England that Harry Maguire is. They're holding him to a standard that the Man United captain should be held to. An £80 million footballer should be held to. If you want to give him a pass because you feel a bit sorry for him or the journalists are being a bit harsh on him, I'm no lover of journalists. You know what I think of certain sections of the media. But the bottom line is they're pulling him up because he needs to be pulled up because he's not good enough. And he's been given a pass. He's been given a background set of support by the England manager, bringing them into the fold because we daren't do anything with footballers other than tell them what they need to hear and give them support rather than give them a bit of backbone so when adversity comes along they can recognise, because he'll talk to you all day about how, if you're sitting there praising them, they'll talk to you all about there cannot be enough column inches for how good you are. But that works on the flip side of the argument when you're not very good. So Tyrone Mings would be best served working on his performance because he ain't up to much either, rather than worrying about Harry Maguire.
The thing is, I do think players have this misconception that any criticism of a teammate or a colleague is only happening because it sells newspaper. It doesn't.
Well,
sell.
That's a trope.
If they think that headline that criticised Maguire will sell a few more copies of a tabloid or a broadsheet, then they're wrong. Because it doesn't.
It's part of a framework of being lazy in your journalistic skills. So the framework of a newspaper sells itself, and then the content adds to it. And of course, if you've got lazy journalism in there, what he really means is lazy journalism that's not really well thought through. So let's have a look at the evidence. Is Harry Maguire playing very well? No. Does he come out and do good press conferences afterwards? No. He talks like a dialed-in robot that has no emotion attached to what he's saying, so no one believes a word of what he's saying. Is his performance becoming of a Manchester United captain, an England player? No. Should he be called out for that? Yes. Where's the problem? Where's the problem?
One thing I would finish with today, and I think it's the same for the Welsh camp, I think it's the same for the Scottish camp with Stevie Clarke, and probably the Northern Ireland camp. Players who go, like the England players, who pitch up and join the international setup are, by and large, made to feel welcome. Because they should be.
Yeah. Well, no, but there's an argument being said in the past that there's a previous set of camps where they're not together. It's not a cohesive unit. There's little factions and cliques, whether it was Liverpool players, Man United players. Now what they've got is club football in international football. So if they're making that argument, you agree with it. Of course, you hardly want to bring people into an international setup and make them feel unwelcome, would you?
Exactly. That's exactly my point. I mean, what do you expect?
So what's that got to do with Tyrone Mings and Harry Maguire?
I just thought I'd throw it in. Don't give me this, I'm made to feel well. Luke Shaw telling us that he's made to feel welcome at England, and then the inference might be, and certain members of the media jumped on it, so maybe he's not made to feel that welcome at Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean,
whether you're made to feel welcome or not, I don't feel welcome in here, specifically by you.
Well,
but
I'm good. I'm glad the message is clear.
Job.
I'm glad the message is clear. I'm glad I'm not subtle in my point.
Yeah.
Unwelcome, not wanted.
And you have that look in your face every time you walk in at 30 seconds to 10 a.m. in the morning.
He's still here.
You have that look of,
God,
I am as welcome in here.
When's he retiring?
Exactly.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.